Hey guys, Sandgolem here, and I'm with Paul Duraso. Mario from There Will Be Brawl. You guys, of course, know the There Will Be Brawl series. We've had almost the entire cast on the show now, and who best to say for last than Mario, the main character? So, how you doing, Paul?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
We're all doing all right. So, I've got to ask you, how was it taking Mario, who's such a beloved character to many, and kind of taking him through such a dark series?
It was different. Nothing I ever saw myself doing as an actor, but I think what I'm learning is you really do. It wasn't terribly difficult because he was very well written by Zach Grafton. As kind of a complete thug and somewhat of a jerk, so very self-centered.
Yeah, well, it definitely was a great series. From what I've seen, I haven't watched all the way through yet, but definitely watched a couple episodes today, and I was really impressed. But I've also got to wonder, how was it putting on that nose cage? We heard from Joe Ellen about the nose cage.
In the beginning, it was a little rough. Towards the end, you got used to it and you expected it, and it was no big deal.
Yeah.
Every now and then, you get a little of the latex glue in your eye. That caused a bit of a problem, but. Other than that, once it was on, 20 minutes later, you didn't even know.
Yeah. So it didn't really take a whole lot of makeup prep time to get into Mario's character then?
About 45 minutes from start to finish. So considering what most of some of the other characters went through, not long at all.
Yeah. So I have to wonder, how did you get in contact with like Matt Mercer about the project? Were you guys just friends and you decided to go on his project, or did you audition for the part?
I auditioned for the part. I actually met Matt Mercer at kind of a guys' night out. A good friend of mine that I do comedy with at Acme Comedy Theater worked with Matt on. He's in Clive Hawkins. Worked with Matt on Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 1. And we were just kind of having a guys' night, eating curry and playing Call of Duty. And Matt was there and I was there, and we were just talking. And he called me the next day and asked me if I would audition for it. And that was the role for Mario.
So you knew right from the start that you were going to be auditioning, right, for Mario?
Well, after talking about Matt and I talked quite a bit that night about accents. Matt's made a lot of his living on doing voiceover work, as I'm sure most everybody listening knows, or if they know now. And that's probably one of the weaker areas that I've been working on lately. As far as my acting is accents. And so I was like, yeah, I can't do accents. He calls me the next day and goes, hey, by the way, I've got this role for you. I think you're perfect for, and it requires an accent. I was like, you're a jerk, but I'll be there.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely glad that you showed up for the audition, because we wouldn't have the awesome Mario we have in the series if you didn't.
Well, thank you.
I got to ask you about some of the fights. Did you have a lot of fun doing those? Were there any mishaps on the set with those?
I had a lot of fun with those, and there were quite a few mishaps. In the fight with Donkey Kong, he threw I guess it's Damian Bauer, who plays Donkey Kong and Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
We're doing a shot where I'm not in the shot. I'm just supposed to be there. It's kind of an over the shoulder. He's throwing the barrel at me, and I believe you see the barrel hit me in the chest in the series. But right then, he actually hits me right in the nose with one. Just cracked it. From about 3 feet away at a full swing, and it came right out of his hands. And
wow. Did that just break the costume nose, or did it break your actual nose?
No. Well, it didn't. I kind of put my fingers on it, and there was a bit of some cracking the next morning, and that's all there ever was. A little bit of blood when we took off the prosthetic nose. There was we had real blood on my face for that fight, and then when we took the makeup off, we found out there was real blood on underneath. So, there was that one. The fight with Link. That was pretty smooth. No mishaps. We were that was pretty fun. We got to where we were throwing some of our punches as hard as we could, just micrometers away from each other's faces. But that was fun. And then on the final brawl, aside from Dante kicking me upside the head a few times in the rehearsal, I caught my thumb during the actual shooting on somebody's vest, and then when I hit Chris Tessitore, one of the and my roommate, during the fight, I hit him in the back. It kind of popped my thumb the other direction, so it was two shots. Thumb went two different directions in a matter of about 30 seconds. And, it's funny. It only hurts when it moves in a certain direction.
The way it's not meant to, I'd assume. But
exactly. It's like I can wiggle the joint now, and I'm not sure that's a good thing. But I think that was
so. So I have to ask, what do you think your favorite co-actor was or character was on the series besides Mario?
My favorite character. That's going to be a toss-up between Kyle Herbert as Wario and Jordan Crane as Lakitu.
Yeah, Kyle Herbert, or Kyle Aber, I should say. Great guy.
Oh, yeah,
He's been
Aber,
on the show before. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He's. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, yeah, he's amazing. He was a lot of fun, and just listening to him do voices was a blast.
Yeah, I imagine he did a lot of voices for us on the show. Of course, most fans will remember Kyle Aber from when he was on the show, or if they missed the show and they're new listeners to the station, who's Ryu from Street Fighter 4, as well as Wario in There Will Be Brawl. So.
Yeah.
And, so, did you, when you first went into it, did you think it would just be a one-episode type of thing before the Escapists came and approached you guys, or did you know from the get-go that it would be an extended project?
The way it was pitched to me in the beginning was it was going to be a 15-minute short film. That was it.
Yeah.
And then after some talk, they decided, Matt Mercer and Zach Grafton decided that they were going to break it up into a little 3-episode arc. And so we were like, okay. And, we shot the first episode and then didn't hear from anybody for 4 months. And that might be a little longer. But I know I'm good friends with Matt Key and Tony Rego and Jordan Crane, and of course Tony and Jordan weren't on yet, but Matt was. And Matt Key and I, every time we'd see each other at Acme or just hanging out, you've heard from anybody? No. Have you? No. You think they recast us? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. kind of the actor's insecurity set in for a little while. I was like, man, maybe I guess I could have done a few things better, sure, but it all worked out in the end. But yeah, for the beginning, we thought it was just going to be a little bitty, 3 episodes cut over 15 minutes.
So I imagine you were pretty overjoyed when you heard that the Escapist was picking you guys up and extending the series a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because after reading what we had in the beginning, I was like, man, I think everyone knew it could go a lot farther. And I'm very happy it was able to. Very, very happy, because I've got lots of friends who put up web series, and they're 2 minutes long, and nobody, they get 100 views, and for the amount of fan reaction we've gotten is awesome.
Oh yeah, of course. Escapist, a huge site. I believe they get just for Yahtzee, one of their other features on the site. I think they were getting something like 4 million views a week, which is
oh wow.
Yeah, so you guys definitely got on one of the biggest sites on the net, of course, especially for gaming, which obviously you guys amazing series and went to an amazing site. Do you have any future projects planned as far as gaming shorts or anything with Matt Mercer?
Not yet. He's teased me about FearNet, but nothing. And I really want to do it, Matt. I hope you're listening. I really want to do FearNet, because I love. If any of you guys haven't seen it, check it out. I think it's fearnet.com. If that's wrong, then I'm probably never going to do it. But yeah. Other than that, no. Love to work with them. The whole cast and crew and everybody involved. For the amount of time we put into this, just for the love of doing it, everybody made this one of the best experiences I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, and I imagine that after spending so much time with all the crew and everything, that it was really hard to kind of, stop seeing them every day and go about your normal life or whatever after the shoot was complete.
To a point. It wasn't. Unfortunately, we couldn't shoot this like every day. But that would have been ideal. We would shoot this for a week at a time, once a month.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, with some of our time constraints, sometimes we would have one shoot day for certain things. For example, the Brawl we shot in episode 10, we shot in one night. Every bit of it. Partly my fault, because I had to be on a plane the next morning at 7 a.m. and literally walked off set at 4:30 or 5. Walked to my apartment, grabbed my bag, tried to wash as much makeup and latex off my face, and walk on the plane.
It would have been really funny if you tried to get on the plane with your Mario makeup still on.
I thought about it, but I was like, I'm too beat up looking, that, and it's like,
you think
Mario's
security might
ID,
look at you funny?
I thought they might. I was like, I don't want to have to explain this. So I chose we just chose to take it off. But yeah, a lot of our shooting was just lots of it at one time, and then a break for 3 to 5 weeks. I'm
sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, I was just because I do miss. It's a bunch of very cool people that I don't get to hang around with, and they're not forced to hang around with me now. So they're probably happy about that.
But I have to ask, were you involved in any of the post-production stuff, or just working with the Mario acting?
Just Mario acting. I didn't do any of the post-production stuff. That was all Matt Mercer and a few. I think Jordan was part of it, and Christian, and I think that was it. We went through a few. Elliot did a few things. Had quite a few hands on the post-production stuff, and I know I haven't met everybody, but as you can see, they did a phenomenal job. It was very cool to see fireballs shoot out of my hands.
Who wouldn't want to have fireballs to shoot out of their hand? I think at least every boy from my generation, playing in the backyard, pretending they're Mario after playing, Mario 3 or.
Oh yeah.
So.
And I know the coolest shot though was the fire flower in the preview.
Yeah.
To see me on top of a Yoshi with a fire flower and have those flames coming out, that might have been the coolest shot I had throughout the whole series.
Oh, I can imagine. There's so much great work in the series, and I really hope that we get to see you in another series like Brawl, or maybe even something a little lot more lighthearted. Do you think that you'll ever try your hand at maybe some more lighter material, or do you think that you'll always stick to more dramatic roles?
No, I do improv and comedy at Acme Comedy Theater. Most of the stuff I usually do is pretty light.
So this was a big change-up for you.
It is. This is the darkest thing by far that I've done. And it kind of cracks me up, and that I started acting in musicals.
Yeah.
And then got to here. So.
It
makes the journey that much more fun.
Oh yeah, that's a big change up. Going from something like Guys and Dolls to There Will Be Brawl.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, I love so many different roles that I love the intensity that I had to have for Mario, but at the same time, if you saw us in, and there's so much I wish we could have gotten on B-roll of us just cutting up as soon as the shot was over.
All right.
That.
Yeah,
I
imagine.
It was always pretty light on set.
Yeah, I definitely hope that, and we had Matt Mercer on the show, he had talked about, wanting to get the show on DVD. Obviously, they've got to clear up a few issues with Nintendo, so hopefully we'll see, some of that B-roll or behind the scenes or just extra footage, if you guys ever do release a DVD. But we're going to go ahead and go to a musical break. And when we come back, we'll let all of our fans know how they can stalk you and how they can see you and any of your other projects.
Okay, great.
918thefan.com. Have you logged on today?
Who, me? No. No?
iStock's daily news show, video reviews, articles, forums, and an anime directory. Don't get left behind. Log in today. Only on
918thefan.com?
918thefan.com.
All right, 918thefan.com.
And we're back. Sandgolem here with Paul from There Will Be Brawl, who played Mario. So, Paul, I hear that you've got an upcoming appearance on Spike TV in 1,000 Ways to Die.
That's correct. Yes, I do. Play the official title. His name is Mark, and he is the Scorned Jerk, I believe, is the title of the episode. And you can see me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just about to ask you when it was set to premiere. So.
I was told this month, but they did not give me an exact date.
Right.
So
Well,
I just have to keep looking for it.
yeah, and we'll be sure and make sure that everybody knows the date and time that that show airs when we do our archive post, so that fans can tune into it or can look up the archived episode from Spike. I gotta ask though, how was it acting out a ridiculous death as they show on the show most of the time?
It was pretty silly, actually. Just to know that somebody really died that way, especially when you see the episode, it's pretty silly. To act it out is just being committed to the character. And staying
you ever have?
that.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, it's just, as long as you can do that, then you're fine. You get rid of the silliness. But when you really look at it, it's all.
So I was about to ask you didn't have any problems not cracking up at the trying to do the death?
No. It's when I say it's silly, it's like when you look at the overall, and if you think about it, you would like, I can't believe this happened this way. But as you're doing it, my death is kind of a slow process. So it's a little more methodical and a little easier just to stay and die.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite shows. So we'll make sure everybody gets tuned into that to see a big premiere. Also wondering, do you by chance have a Twitter or Facebook, or what kind of social networking can we find you on?
You can find me on Facebook. I don't have a Twitter yet. For some reason I've stayed away from it. Kirk Dietrich, who plays King Dedede and King Hippo, his Facebook posts are amazing, and they're hysterical. He'll be laughing all day long. I don't know if you've had him on, but he's hysterical. And I'm like, you know what? I can't even compete with this. I had a Twitter account for a small time, and then it was all Kirk Dietrich posts. And I'm like, I get these on Facebook, so I don't need Twitter. So yeah, just fine. You can find me on Facebook at Paul Duraso, or Paul Duraso. Just search for me. As far as I know, I'm the only one, the only Paul Duraso out there.
No identity theft issues.
Shouldn't be. There shouldn't be.
Well, we'll be sure and post a link to that so all of our fans can subscribe to you.
Sure.
And
great.
We have one last tradition that I wanted to ask you to participate on for the show here.
Okay.
We always ask all of our guests to do a bump on air for us, which is basically just saying, "Hi, I'm insert name here. I do this," and say whatever character or thing you're known for, like such as Mario from There Will Be Brawl, and you're tuned into 91.8 The Fan. You think you could give that a shot for us?
I can try. All right. Hi, I'm Paul Duraso. I play Mario on There Will Be Brawl. You're tuned in to 91.8 The Fan.
That's perfect.
Nice.
And I want to thank you for stopping by the show, and want to remind all our fans we will have this. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, thanks for having me. This has been a lot of fun.
Oh, no problem. The pleasure is all on this side of the phone. Once again, we want to remind all of our fans you can check out Paul's interview if you missed it live on the site. We'll be posting up the archived interview in a couple of days with all the links that we had mentioned in the interview here. So with that, we're going to sign out, and I'll leave you guys back to the music. Up next, we've got Miyato Aki with Nami no Kaiden. And keep it tuned to 91.8 The Fan. Everything you want, nothing you don't.